Let's talk about Playboi Carti, shall we? Shall we
Half
talk
of
about
you
Playboi
watching
Carti?
absolutely hate Playboi Carti and can't
Nah,
understand why he deserves any of the hype surrounding his new album, I Am Music. The other half of you
no,
watching love him and are going
no,
to verbally attack me in the
no. I'm
comments for
not.
even the slightest
No,
bit
I'm
of
not. No, he's mid. Like that's my honestly. Why am I always gray on everything, bro? My channel's gray. Like yo, I'm honestly neutral with him. Like there's some songs like Timeless, Rather Lie, even though I know it has AI, but fuck it, I hate that it's so fucking good. Like that song, I'd rather lie with the weekend. I despise that it has AI. But why the fuck did it has to be so fucking good? But yeah, that album, in my opinion, was mid. That I Am Music album from Playboi Carti was mid. Was it worth the? I say it was above average. Was it worth the 5 year wait? Fuck no, because it felt like most of the song was made either this year or last year. It's not an album that took 5 years to make, right? So it's not worth the 5 year wait. I didn't wait for it. I'm not a Playboi Carti fan, but like I don't think it was worth the 5 year wait, right? But I didn't think it was horrible. Some people are saying it's horrible. I don't think it was horrible. I think there's definitely some good songs, some bad songs. A mid album, bro. Above average. Like I give it a 6.5, 6 to a 6.5.
criticism. I've seen so much pushback on anyone criticizing this album, with the majority of them saying, chill out, this album isn't for you, Unk. Which, if you're gonna call me Unk, you better put two C's on the end of it. Now, to be fair, if you came into this album trying
Unks.
to dissect the lyrics and look for a deeper
Fuck no.
meaning or
No,
theme,
fuck no. Why are you even here? You're just looking for something. Hey, just no Kendrick, like Kendrick Lamar fucking album, fucking Denzel Curry album. It's gonna be most of the song is gonna be like even Drake has more like his lyrics meaning, but this is like how you subscribe Playboi Carti songs. It's like it's music you bump to. It just sounds good. It shouldn't have no deeper meaning, right? I say that.
or a cohesive album experience, there is something wrong.
Yeah, like it's not there's not gonna be a story behind it. That's good. Like Playboi Carti albums, there's not gonna have no story behind it. It's not gonna be like a story end to it's just gonna be random ass
Wrong
songs.
with you? Obviously, Cardi is just making music to chill and vibe to.
Yeah.
Now, this video
That's
is
not
not your
nothing
typical
bad.
nerdy music review, but rather analyzing I Am Music and Cardi's impact and influence on hip hop as a whole. Because whether you like him or not, you
Yeah, he's
cannot
big as
argue
fuck.
against this man being one of the biggest artists in hip hop right now.
100%. He's one of the biggest artists, even before it. Cause like I don't know, bro. Cause Timeless is an
I feel
amazing
the
ass
same
song.
way about I Am Music as I did initially after listening to Whole Lotta Red. It's bloated, it's
Yeah,
repetitive, and I will
100%.
likely only listen to a handful of songs again and in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that ass exactly what he just said. That's exactly how I'm gonna do it. It felt 30 songs was way too much. Every song kind of felt the same. There's definitely some songs that stand out, like Travis song with the Kendrick Lamar song, Evil Jordan, fucking Riot Light, Future song. Like there's some good songs, but like probably go listen top 10 songs I'm gonna re-listen to. Just
As a
that's what it
body of
is.
work, Whole Lotta Red was way more impressive. The rage sound, the vampire theme, and the short, punchy tracks that were clearly designed for an intense.
Yeah, I like my albums to have a theme at least. I like that Playboi Carti albums before it used to have a theme at least. This one kind of did. I don't, like I fuck with albums that have a theme.
Intense concert experience made for a really solid album. However, it took time for me and most other people to recognize the value of this
Yeah,
album.
because
Everyone said
everybody
that Whole
hated
Lotta
it.
Red was going
Oh
to
my
age
god,
well.
yo, I remember when Whole Lotta Red came out. Everybody hated it. Everybody despised that fucking shit. Called it ass and all that shit. Now people are saying no, it wasn't ass. I don't know why people treated it so harshly. And I see a lot of people they're being careful with this album, right? There's not a lot of people saying it's trash because they learned their lesson. They're like, let's give it time. Because I feel like there's some albums, like personally, when G and X came out, I thought it was a good album, but it took some time, and I think it now it went from a good album to a fucking amazing ass album. Like almost all of that songs from G and X is in my playlist. Like almost all of them, right? Even G and X, the title song I always say it was good. Now people grow on it. I feel like music takes time. I feel like you have to do it a day of reviews and you have to do it a month out or a few months after. Like the only album that like last year that came out that I liked immediately was Chromacopia. That album was who I listened to it, I'm like, yeah,
And
this
it's
is
going to take time
this
to
is
understand
amazing.
Carti's
It
vision,
didn't have
and
to
they
take
were
time for me to
completely
like that.
right. Whole Lotta Red literally changed the underground rap scene forever. There is an extremely strong argument to be made that
Sure about that?
this album single-handedly opened up a lane for an entire new genre of rap, and
Who
that
the fuck
dozens of artists and producers
Carti?
would not even have a career if it wasn't for this album. So you can imagine for Carti, that is a ton of pressure to live up to. It's impossible to know the long-lasting impact that I Am Music will have on his fans and hip-hop as a whole, but I do feel pretty confident in saying that it won't be nearly as influential as Whole Lotta Red. And that's because I Am Music sounds like a standard Future album. The track Jumpin' literally sounds one-to-one like Future. I had to pause the track and check the credits to make sure that it wasn't him. And I find that most of the songs that I enjoy on this project just sound like Future. And you guys know that
Really?
I love Future, so this isn't a diss. It's actually a compliment to my glorious king, Nevadius.
I wouldn't say that.
L fan. But the beats, the cadence, the flow, the song structure of I Am Music, none of it really sounds like anything new in the grand scheme of hip hop, which is fine. Not every album needs to be this dramatic cultural shifting moment. The project is going to be a solid one to stream in the background, put on in the car, and play at parties. But with that being said, it does feel a little underwhelming considering the pretentious title of the album, I Am Music. I already know there's going to be one of you in the comments like, technically the album is called Music, not I Am Music. Dude, for years he promoted this album as the title being I Am Music, and the album cover says I Am Music. Clearly, he was trying to send a specific message. Shut your mouth. On one hand, this title would make us think that he would develop this extremely innovative approach to the genre and establish himself as the artist who will single-handedly shift the culture, only to maybe fall short of that. On the other hand, the name could be perceived as the ultimate flex of saying, I don't even have to try that hard. I can put out 30 random songs from my archive and still have more hype and more sales than your favorite rapper. Either way, I think the album name is kind of ridiculous. My favorite
rapper is Tyler and fucking Kendrick.
And punches under its weight, which is one of the many reasons why tons of fans think that the album doesn't actually deserve the hype. And the word deserve is interesting. Technically, from a musical standpoint, I don't think this album was worth waiting over 4 years for.
No, I literally just said that. I just said that. Bro, copying me. This album was fuck no, it's not worth 4 years, whatever you want to say it. Technically 4. Because this album felt like it was made in the last year. If like that ass with the 100%, this album was made 1 year ago. Like the time span of making this album was definitely a year. And it's crazy because it got delayed so many times. So I'm like, I'm so confused. I really wonder.
Then again, I love how much hype it has. On the night of the release, I stayed up on Twitch, and so did hundreds of thousands of fans. It was exciting.
Nah, fuck no. No, fuck no. No, fuck no. Exciting? Yo, fuck no. I would have crashed out if I would have stayed up that long to listen to the album. As soon as it said, I stayed up until 12, right? Playboi Carti said he dropping at 12, right? I stayed up until 12. I see this motherfucker say, oh no, it's dropping at 3 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going. Okay. Nephew's getting his ass to sleep because I know that shit's not coming out at 3 a.m. Guess what? It came out 9 fucking a.m. Playboi Carti, you are a terrorist. I knew. Like, I was not going to fuck
so
my
you have
schedule.
Dante with his 11,000 viewers. You have Playboi Max with 78,000 viewers waiting. Academics right there with 38,000 viewers. You have Azias and Bilu on YouTube right now with like 20 or 30K. You have Kai Cenat with 140K viewers, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Now, I was pretty upset when he didn't drop at midnight.
A story where he was on FaceTime with Demon?
Yeah.
And then I was extremely fed up when he didn't drop after delaying the album another 3 hours.
And see, that's when like I knew he was gonna do some fuck shit. The fact that he delayed his album like 5 fucking times, like this is probably the most delayed album. Like I'm even surprised we even got it out. This motherfucker delayed I Am Music like 50 times. Had to be world record, bruh. And the day, they dead ass had to. Someone had to come with a gun and be like, yo, you better release this shit right now.
Worse. Ain't no way he just honey dicked us. Bro, I swear,
he did.
If he postpones it, I'm not listening. Future would never do this to us. He would drop an album exactly on time, right when we expected it, and then he would drop another album like 3 months later. It's not on other platforms, not on Apple, not on YouTube. Who thinks that this is aura farming or this is cool, bro? This shit is lame. After the second delay, I decided to go to sleep, and he didn't end up dropping the album for another 6 hours, so I definitely made
at 9 a.m., bro. I feel bad for whoever who stayed up. Like, if you had school too, I want to be in them motherfuckers' life. Like, how you feel, bro? You have to stay up till 9. Your sleep schedule is fucked. Like, your sleep. Think about it. Like, what you gonna do? You have to go. You can't stay up. Like, your sleep schedule is fucked. You gonna wake up at like 5 p.m. It's cruise.
Made the right decision. Regardless, the hype was an amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Thank God. I was like, when I saw his release at 3 a.m., I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm sleeping. Yeah, GG's, bro. I'll catch you guys later. And thank God
there are like 4 albums that come to mind in the past 5 years that have had this much hype, with Whole Lotta Red being one of them. Also Donda and CLB and maybe Utopia. Also anything regarding the Kendrick and Drake back and forth. Now,
Chromacopia, I feel like it was very. I think Chromacopia had the best rollout of any album in recent years. Definitely Donda and CLB was hyped because of that beef with Drake, and I feel like Donda was the only album that I listened to that was hyped for it, and it exceeded my expectation. At Chromacopia, but was that hype? I don't remember. Had to go back to my listening party because I was iffy on it. I don't know. I think Chromacopia is probably album of the year. Definitely for G and X. I was like, was this worth the hype? Then I went back to him like, wait, this is definitely worth the hype. Was I hyped for? I think Donda was the only one because I never listened to Utopia. Fun fact: I'm gonna do a listening party probably in a few months when I get more of an audience. But that's a crazy. You know what's a crazy fact? I have not listened to Utopia since it came out for some reason, and I know it's a great album. Just never listened to it. I probably listened to. I don't even think I listened to one song off that whole album, and it's crazy because I know. It's probably Travis one of the best albums he released, and I still haven't listened to it. Probably do a.
Obviously, I'm not talking to the die-hard music fans that watch this channel. There are tons of albums.
I'll be honest, I'm not a die-hard music fan. I haven't listened to I haven't listened to the only 4 albums I had listened to from Kendrick from like first song to end. 3 is Damn, not even Damn. No, not even Damn. It's only 2. Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper and GNX. And for Tyler, it's same too. I listened to Igor when it came out, fucking amazing. I didn't listen to Call Me When You Get Lost, but I listened to Chromacopia. Yeah,
albums in the past 5 years that you all stayed up for and were extremely excited about.
Damn, you say yo, I was here, I was here. You was here to fucking see Horrible. Bro was here to witness Mid. I was here to witness this horrendous ass fucking album from my GOAT. Like shit.
But I'm talking about when the hype reaches the average music listener. The person who is a music fan, but they're not a music fan like we're music fans, you know what I mean? Like They're a music fan, but it's not a critical facet of their personality. When they participate in the hype, we have this vast community experience where hip-hop fans come together in unison just to check out an album at midnight, even if their intention is to just shit on it after one listen and tweet mid. But this all-encompassing effort from hip-hop fans is what makes the genre so dominant. I just found out the other day that a rock song hasn't went #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 since 2001. Coming up on 25 years, a rock song.
Is that really surprising though? Is that surprising? Because I mean, clearly it's not surprising to me or my generations and the new generation, because who listen? No, because yeah, this is not surprising because all the best rock songs are from the past. Right? All the best rock songs and the best rock bands are either disbanded or they're unks and they're like past the prime and they're like, you know, they're nowhere near the prime. Like there's no rock band that can compete with the old rock bands, but these rappers we got can definitely compete. Like a J. Cole. Oh, I was gonna say Kanye. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hasn't hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was Nickelback. Now I don't think Carti will get a #1 single on the Hot 100 from I Am Music. I mean, Fiend peaked at #5, and nothing on this album comes close to that. But my point is that clearly other genres don't have the hype.
And Fiend is overplayed as fuck now. Well, it's kind of overplayed.
They don't quite have the same community, and they don't have the team effort from fans and pop culture that uplifts their genre, which is actually upsetting. As a music fan, I wish there were more artists, whether that be in hip-hop or other genres, that could make the average listener excited about their newest release and essentially get everyone online to stay up at midnight just to listen to their new song or their new
We can't even do that with Kendrick, because Kendrick just like Kendrick literally did a surprise album drop. That bitch. Like we couldn't even get hyped for his album, bro. He didn't even give us a week. The only last time I was hyped for an album was, I think, The Weeknd. Nah, I didn't even listen to that shit. It was Chromacopia.
Project. Now, the reason why they don't have the same amount of hype and how they would go about changing that is a deeper conversation for a different day. But I think Carti's impact and influence on hip-hop and pop culture is a net positive. Fans feel more excited and more lively at shows. They are a little toxic.
Yo, I swear I thought it was saying fuck Izzy.
They're a little toxic, but
fuck Lizzo.
It happens.
Yo, deadass, when they were saying swap Izzo, I'm like, fuck Izzo. Fuck Lizzo. What fucking Lizzo? You're crazy.
But he has cultivated a community that has directly allowed tons of upcoming artists to thrive. So while I am saying that Whole Lotta Red is better and more innovative objectively, personally, I will likely listen to I Am Music more. And while I do technically agree that this album, as well as Carti's presence in hip-hop, is all just sort of overhyped, I actually like that. And I agree with it. And I hope...
I get what you're trying to say. He's trying to say, like, it may be overhyped, but the good thing is that it's overhyped. If someone's overhyped, that means more fans come. Every time they release, it's like a special... special event. And I think Playboi Carti knew this album was mid, because he immediately this album got dropped. He said, "Oh no, this not gonna be the only album I dropped this year." Even though I'm like, Big Boy, is it really gonna drop this year? I don't believe him. I believe it when I see it. But I feel like even he knows he could have done better. But anyway, dummy video, bro. And hey, swap Izzo.